Good morning to this Wednesday coffee break from the First Presbyterian Church of Verona. I'm Reverend Lynn Capron, and I am stealing an idea today from one of my colleagues, Reverend Cheryl Dixon from the Kingston Presbyterian Church in New Jersey. She's been doing what she calls fake cooking shows from her kitchen. That tells you how much of an extrovert she is. But today I'm going to help us get ready for our Maundy Thursday service. It's a tradition in the First Presbyterian Church to have a light soup dinner together in our fellowship hall, and then we ceremoniously wash each other's hands as we move from the fellowship hall into the sanctuary. And it's a way of remembering the story about the night when Jesus washed the feet of his disciples and said, if you want to be my disciple, love one another the way that I have loved you. And so what I'm trying to do now is to share my process of cooking the soup that Mike and I will eat together, and encourage all of you to put your soup recipe in the comments section of this feed. Maybe you'll end up making soup that's different than you usually make, and that way we can share with each other. So I'm going to make a Cuban black bean and butternut squash soup. So first I'm going to start by sauteing onions in the pan with some olive oil. Always a good way to start anything. And once those get softened up, I'll be adding some carrots. Now, carrots don't come in the original recipe. I don't know how Cuban carrots are, but I always try to find ways to throw vegetables in with whatever I'm cooking. And I don't know, I just think carrots in soup are sort of a no-brainer. So let's see, what else am I going to put? The recipe did not call for garlic, but I think garlic would taste delicious in this. So I've got a little bit of garlic. And this is the butternut squash. I cheated. I bought it already cubed and went ahead and roasted it. And when I did, I put olive oil on it, salt and pepper, and some of the spices that the recipe calls for. So this is, it called for cumin because it's cinnamon, paprika, and of course salt and pepper. And I've been adding white pepper to like everything these days, as well as a little bit of hot pepper, cayenne. So the butternut squash already has all of that in there. So when I add seasonings to my onions, I'm not going to add that many. I feel like, I learned a long time ago I have a tendency to over-season food. So this time I'm just going to try not to overdo it. Though I do know that when you're cooking with beans, especially black beans, it doesn't hurt to really season up your food. So while I'm making this and trying to get this onion to soften, trying to bloom these seasonings, I thought I would just go ahead and walk you through a little bit about what we're going to do for Maundy Thursday. I thought normally we have our meal together, and then after we've eaten, we go and we have our service. This time I'm going to flip it. I'm going to see if maybe we're going to have our service first. So Mike and I will pre-record actually some prayers, scripture reading, and a few thoughts about how, what this means to us during this coronavirus, this night when Jesus washed his disciples' feet. And then I've come up with a little prayer that you can say if you're in your own home and you're eating your meals in your own home and you don't share your home with another person. Then I've written the prayer in such a way that it really gives honor to the fact that you are having this meal and ceremoniously washing your hands as a kind of a prayer and an act of worship. And if you do share your home with other people, you can also use it pouring water over each other's hands. And then after we've had the service, one of our members, his name is Patrick Kim, has recorded himself playing a piece by Schubert. And it's just gorgeous. It's 4 minutes and 12 seconds long. And so Mike and I will do the service, and then we'll put his recording on there. And then after you're done listening and worshiping, then I'll invite you to transition into whatever you're going to have for dinner. And if you want to keep the tradition going of having a lighter dinner on Monday, Thursday, why do we do that? Well, there's times for feasting. Feasting is celebration, it's sharing victory, it's, that kind of a thing. And a lighter meal or a fast even. I mean, maybe you want to just not eat anything on Monday, Thursday and say, I'm going to dedicate myself as one of my Lenten practices to praying for people who really need my prayers. I just learned, for example, today that one of our members, I won't mention this person's name since she hasn't given me permission, but one of our members is actually running one of the CBC treatment centers. And so we've added her to our prayer list, and we just want to make sure that everybody, is supported in that way. Well, I'm going to sign off for now. But before I do, I just want to let you know that I will eventually add the rest of these ingredients and finish cooking this soup. I do offer, my blessings, and also let's all pray for the people who, Easter weekend is coming, and I'm sure many of us are going to try to make the most of that to lift up our spirits. But we do have people among us who aren't going to be able to take a break this weekend because they are serving people. So God bless you all, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another coffee break, and then tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for a watch party or on our website for a Monday, Thursday service. God bless.